Hi there, Clarion. I'm Michaela Williams here for CUTV News. At the moment, I'm at Becker Hall, the #1 source for all of the university's news and media needs. As we all know, the news and the news media can be found everywhere. From articles in the newspaper to daily broadcasts on television, the news is nearly inescapable. However, is the news and the news media actually harmful to us? Can this seemingly mass relay of productive information actually be more harmful than good to us? I went across Clarion University's student population to find out the general consensus, opinions, and overall thoughts on this and other questions. In this day of age, it seems as though the news reports nothing but the horrors and tragedies that affect our everyday lives. With such news bombarding us on a daily basis, is it any wonder that maybe, just maybe, it can have a fatal and dangerous effect on us? Is this notion merely fabricated, or is there some truth to it? I asked Clarion University students to share their thoughts on the matter.
I don't know, I'd say that the news media, it just seems like they focus on all the bad things, and you never hear stories about good things. It's always, oh, something bad happened here, something bad happened there, nothing good.
From one way I see the media as is, at least from a television standpoint, it's a little, I want to say, not jaded, but especially biased and a little sometimes off of what the true stories is as well. I see a lot of time on the internet, maybe sources that aren't your standard Fox News.
I think the news is definitely a negative force on a lot of people's lives just because they overconsume it and spend way too much time during their day worrying about the news and what it is and what's coming out and what's new and blah blah blah, that they don't spend time doing things that would be more productive and more meaningful to them immediately, rather than news which is not usually immediately applicable in most circumstances.
Following that train of thought, I then went on to ask just how unhealthy the news can be and the negative impact it has on one person.
I think it's all in how you view it and how you deal with it. Like if you look at it as, well, since the news media is reporting it and they're putting the bad out there must only be bad in the world. If you look at it like that, then yeah, it's going to be pretty negative just on how it affects you and how you think daily. But if you look at it as, yeah, they're going to put that out there, but that's what's going to get viewers. So it's not the whole truth.
Not specifically negative. I see more specific sources as a source of negativity, not particularly bad altogether, but especially in some cases the media kind of sometimes seems to be a little bit corrupt, at least big time media.
Yeah, I think it's definitely can be a detriment on your life if you, like I said before, if you let it distract you from doing the things that are more important. It's definitely something that you don't need and doesn't always, especially like national news, unless you're directly involved in a crisis or know someone who was, the news has no impact on you.
I then went on to ask if the media actually focuses more on the negative than the positive in covering news stories.
No, I think there should be some positive news as well, just because positivity, as cliched as it is, it still makes you happy. Like, oh look, something good happened there, something good happened there, not just, oh look, something else bad happened.
Especially the bigger news sources, yes, because sort of with the media, it can be seen as kind of a strike fear in people, depending on how they present things, because it's, when you've got, killings here, killings there, bombings, and then maybe one good feel-good story to make you just feel better about yourself, it definitely, it's just really unhealthy sometimes, so.
Yeah, I think the news media definitely focuses more on the negative news. Negative news is what gets people paying attention. Positive news can get people to pay attention to and feel good for a minute, but they're more likely to turn in for negative news.
Finally, I asked the big question. If you could give up the news media, would you?
No, I definitely wouldn't give the media up, just because though there is the bias and there is the negativity, it still gives you a baseline for what's going on around the world.
I probably wouldn't, because there is a lot of interesting things out there, and just kind of having no insight, it kind of makes you sheltered, and the media is important, but the media also needs to have a balance, I guess.
Though opinions differ on how the media affects us, the general consensus seems to be that the media is, in fact, a negative influence on us. Whether it be due to biasness or simply to get a good story, it seems that the news has a definite impact on both our health, body, and soul. It's hard to believe that mere words on a piece of paper or the flashing images on a TV screen can have such an impact on us, but apparently they do. So really, is the media so unhealthy for us? Or are there positive things we can take from it? Reporting live from Becker Hall, I'm Michaela Williams, CUTV News.